ad astra per aspera. Through hardships to the stars. These four Latin words have never carried more meaning than they do today. They remind us that every dream worth pursuing demands perseverance. Every achievement is born from sacrifice, and every star we reach is illuminated by the hardships we overcome. My deepest respect to our ever-active Chancellor, Dr. Sheila G. Maglama, and to our four equally competent Vice Chancellors, Dr. IVF Amante, Vice Chancellors for Academic Affairs, Dr. Rovi M. Bangis, Vice Chancellor for Research and Extension, Professor Jeffrey P. Sugbo, Vice Chancellor for Planning and Development, and Dr. Grace F. Impalmado, Vice Chancellor for Budget and Finance, to our dearest Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Alvin Paul Esenobia, sir, to our faculty members, our guest speaker, ma'am, honored proud parents and guardians. Kembya Agindaw, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Standing before you today as your college salutatorian is both a privilege and a humbling responsibility. When I was told that I would deliver the words of gratitude, I realized something. This might be the only assignment in college without a grading rubric. So, if I make a mistake today, I hope there are no deductions, and more importantly, no revisions afterward. But in all seriousness, today is more than a ceremony. It is the celebration of years of sacrifice, years of prayers, years of perseverance. People see the medals, they hear the honors, they celebrate the achievements. But what they often do not see are the sleepless nights, the quiet tears, the silent prayers, and the moments when we question whether we were capable of making it this far. Today is not simply the end of our college journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter built upon every hardship we choose to overcome. And that is why Ad Astra per Aspera perfectly describes the story of the class of 2026. We did not arrive here by accident. We arrived here through courage, resilience, and the unwavering belief that tomorrow would always be worth fighting for. If someone would ask us to summarize college in one word, I doubt any of us would say easy. Some might say challenging, others might say unforgettable, and a few might simply say kulang gyud mi sa tulog. Our college journey began with excitement and uncertainty. We entered this university carrying dreams larger than ourselves. Some of us were confident, some were nervous, some pretended to know where our classrooms were on the first day, while secretly following whoever looked like they knew the way. As the semesters passed, we quickly realized that college was not only about attending classes, it became a training ground for life itself. We survived research papers that seemed impossible to finish. We spent countless nights writing, editing, deleting, and rewriting chapters we thought were already perfect. We discovered that final versions of documents somehow became final revised, final najud, final version 7. For those of us in education, lesson planning became both an art and a challenge. Sometimes creating a lesson plan felt harder than teaching the lesson itself, and hearing the words, please revise and resubmit, instantly raise our heart rates. Yet those revisions shape us into future educators who understand that excellence is achieved one improvement at a time. Student teaching introduced us to classrooms where theories met reality. We learned that every child learns differently. We discovered that patience is just as important as knowledge. And we realized that teaching is not merely a profession, but it is a calling. Beyond academics were the struggles that never appeared in our transcripts. There were financial challenges, family responsibilities, moments of homesickness, anxiety before examinations, fear of failure, the pressure of expectations. There were days when we entered the classroom physically present, but we are emotionally exhausted. Yet, somehow, we kept showing up again and again and again. Not because we never felt tired, not because we never wanted to quit, but because hope always whispered that one more step would bring us closer to our dreams. Along the way, strangers became classmates, classmates became friends, friends became family. We celebrated each other's victories, we comforted one another during failures, we shared notes, ideas, encouragement, and sometimes even deadlines that someone forgot to mention. To my fellow graduates, thank you for proving that success is never meant to be achieved alone. Because today, as we sit together, we realize that every challenge we endured prepared us not only for this graduation, but for the responsibilities that await us beyond these walls. Indeed, our journey was never easy. But every sleepless night, every setback, every sacrifice, and every prayer has led us to this extraordinary moment. And now, as we celebrate reaching the stars, let us never forget the hardships that gave those stars their meaning. Our journey may have brought us to the stage, but it was never a journey that we walked alone. Behind every graduate seated here today is a story of love, sacrifice, unwavering faith, and countless prayers. And so, before we celebrate ourselves, let us first honor the people whom God lovingly placed in our lives to guide us toward this moment. Ma, Pa, thank you. Two simple words, yet they will never be enough yet to express everything that is in my heart. Long before I ever stepped into a classroom, you were already teaching me what truly matters. You were my first teachers, my first encouragers, my first heroes, the first people who believed in me, even when I doubted myself. As I grew older, I thought the hardest part of life was passing quizzes, meeting deadlines, and surviving examinations, but I was wrong. The harder journey was yours. While I stayed awake finishing my requirements, you stayed awake wondering how you would provide for another day. While I worried about my grades, you worried about my future. While I dreamed of wearing these medals, you quietly carried burdens so I could someday wear it. There were sacrifices no one ever applauded. The tired hands after long days of work, the sleepless nights, the meals you skipped so I would never have to, the dreams you quietly set aside so I could chase mine, the silent tears you never allowed me to see. Kay guys, saan dyan ang problema sa panimalay, what should ko kita, nangilang akong papa. And the countless prayers you whispered when no one else was listening. The world may never know the sacrifices, but God saw every single one. Ma, Pa, if today people call me successful, it is because you choose to sacrifice long before anyone noticed. There is one lesson that you never grew tired of reminding me. Now, always fear the Lord. Those words became more than advice. They became the foundation of my life. Whenever I was discouraged, whenever I achieved something, whenever I was lost, they reminded me that the safest place to be is always at the center of God's will. You taught me that success without God is empty, that character is more valuable than recognition, that integrity is worth more than any reward, and that every blessing we receive should always be returned to Him with gratitude. Today, These medals bear my name, but the story behind it bears yours. This achievement is not mine alone, it is ours. If I could take this medal and place it around your neck today, I would. Because before I became a graduate, before I became an awardee, before I stood on this stage, you first stood behind me, holding me up, praying for me, believing in me. Ma, Pa, thank you for giving me an education. But even more, thank you for leading me to the Lord. Everything I am today is because God first gave me the privilege of being your child. And my prayer is that the Lord blesses you with the same love, joy, and peace that you have poured into my life every single day. This medal may carry my name, but it will always belong to the both of you. And of course, to our professors, instructors, advisors, and mentors, to our beloved instructors of the College of Education, thank you for believing in us, even during the moments when we struggle to believe in ourselves. Makaingon jud ko nga, lahi ra gyud ang College of Education. Kay grabe jud mo equip og mga. And today I finally understand why. It was never because our journey was easier. It was because you cared enough to prepare us beyond what was required. You challenged us not because you wanted to make life difficult, but because you wanted us to become better educators and better individuals. Every correction taught us humility. Every deadline taught us discipline. Every lesson prepared us for responsibilities beyond the classroom. There were moments when we quietly wished for fewer requirements, or hoped to hear the words, "class dismissed early." But looking back, we now realize that every challenge, every lesson plan, demonstrations, every piece of feedback became stepping stones and prepared us for the profession we are about to embrace. You were never just teaching us how to pass a course. You were teaching us how to shape lives. Thank you so much for investing not only your knowledge, but also your patience, your time, wisdom, and your hearts into our lives. Because of you, we leave this institution not only with diplomas in our hands, but with hearts ready to serve and minds prepared to make a difference. And if I may, allow me to offer a special word of gratitude to these people who have left a lasting mark on our lives. To Sir Shem, Sir Dean, Ma'am Shose, and Ma'am Arabia, there were days when your words were firm and your corrections were difficult to accept. At times you wondered why you demanded so much from us. But today, standing on the stage, we finally understand. You never challenged us to discourage us. You challenged us because you saw in us a potential that we had not yet seen in ourselves. Because every correction really taught us discipline, reminders that shaped our character. Every standard you upheld prepared us for the responsibilities we will carry beyond this university. Thank you for refusing to let us settle for mediocrity when you knew we were capable of excellence. More than an educator, you became a father and mother figure to many of us. You guided us, corrected us, believed in us, and in your own way cared for us beyond the four walls of the classroom. And also to our Papa Shem, thank you, Jud kaayo, sir. We may not have fully appreciated your strictness then, but today we receive it with grateful hearts. May the Lord bless you abundantly, strengthen you, and continue to use your life to inspire and shape generations of students, just as you have shaped ours. Thank you, Jud kaayo, sir, sa tanan-tanan. May God continue to bless each of you as you shape future generations. To my fellow graduates, to my classmates, if there is one thing I have learned throughout this journey, it is that no one reaches the finish line alone. Looking at all of you today, I do not see simply classmates. I see stories. I see prayers that were answered. I see silent battles that were won. I see dreams that refused to give up. Each of us came from different families, different circumstances, and different struggles. Some of us carried financial burdens. Some quietly fought anxiety and self-doubt. Some smiled in the classroom while carrying pain that no one else knew. Some even wondered if they would ever make it to this day. Yet, here we are. By the grace of God, we made it. Thank you for being more than just classmates, for becoming my brothers and sisters, for every shared reviewer, every group study, every laugh that eased our stress, every encouraging word before an examination, every prayer before the demo, and every kaya lagi na when someone felt like giving up. And I will always thank God for the privilege of walking this journey with each one of you. And of course, to our beloved Dakilang Pamantasang Mindanao, our beloved Mindanao State University Zamboanga Sibugay, to our dearest College of Education, thank you for becoming more than just an institution of learning. You became a place where dreams were nurtured, leaders were formed, and lives were transformed. Within these halls, we did not simply earn knowledge, we discovered our potential, found our voices, and learned to believe in ourselves. Thank you so much for the leadership trainings that shape us into servant leaders, for the capacity building programs that equip us with confidence, competence, and character we need as we step into the next chapter of our lives. And then on a personal note, thank you so much for giving me an experience that I will treasure for the rest of my life, for the opportunity to travel through the university's programs. For the first time in my life, guys, I boarded an airplane. To be honest, I was so excited that before the flight took off, I was already praying that I wouldn't accidentally open the emergency exit. But beyond that unforgettable first flight, it was never just about riding an airplane. It was about realizing that this university can take its students farther than they ever imagined. To many, it must have been just a plane ticket, but to me, it was a ticket to a dream I never thought I would experience. To our student-centered Chancellor, Dr. Sheila G. Magulama, Ma'am Chanshe, thank you for your visionary leadership, your genuine concern for every student, and your unwavering commitment to creating opportunities that allow us to grow academically, personally, and professionally. Because of your vision, Dakilang Pamantasang Mindanao has become more than just a university. It has become a home where students are empowered, leaders are developed, and futures are shaped. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for believing in us, for investing in the lives of every student. Dakilang Pamantasang Mindanao, Zamboanga Sibugay, will forever remain a place we are proud to call our home. Above all, I offer my deepest gratitude to our Almighty God. Lord, before we ever dream of standing on the stage, you had already prepared this moment according to your perfect will. To you alone belongs all honor, all glory, and all praise. Before I conclude, may I ask one final favor from my fellow graduates? For years, we have looked ahead toward our dreams, our goals in this very stage. But before we take our next step into the future, let us take one moment to look back. Graduates, if your parents, grandparents, guardians, or the people who lovingly stood as your family are here today, may I invite you to gently turn around and face them? Look at them. Like, really look at them. Look into the eyes that lost sleep so you could dream. Look into the faces that grew older while helping you grow. Look at the hands that worked tirelessly so yours could hold these awards today. If tears began to fall, do not hold them back. Because those tears are not simply tears of joy. They are tears of gratitude. They remind us that love is often expressed not in grand words, but in quiet sacrifices made day after day.
Now, with hearts overflowing with thanksgiving, let us give our parents, grandparents, our guardians, and families our warmest hug. Longest and most heartfelt applause we can offer. To every parent and guardian, thank you so much. These awards may bear our names, but this day belongs to you as well. My fellow graduates, today we celebrate more than academic success. We celebrate God's faithfulness. We celebrate the sacrifices of those who love us, and we celebrate the beginning of a new chapter. As we leave this university, may we never forget the lesson that brought us this far. To honor God in everything we do, to remain humble in every success, to serve with compassion, and to live lives worthy of the opportunities we have received. Ad astra, terra aspera, through hardships to the stars. And through every hardship, may we always remember that it was God who sustained us, our families who stood beside us, our professors who guided us, and our classmates who journeyed with us. Congratulations, class of 2026! Mabuhay Batch Sidhaya! Mabuhay ang College of Education! Mabuhay ang dakilang pamata sa Mindanao!